Welcome to the 19th lecture on our weekly legal update series. In this video, we will be discussing important legal events from 8th March to 13th March 2021. In first important news, the Supreme Court has held that NCLT will have jurisdiction to adjudicate contractual disputes which arise solely from corporate debtors' insolvency. In the case of Gujarat Urja Vikas Nigam Limited versus Amit Gupta, the court has held that National Company Law Tribunal has jurisdiction to adjudicate contractual disputes which arise solely from or which relate to the insolvency of the corporate debtor under Section 60, Clause 5C of IBC. In second important news, the Supreme Court has held that a person cannot be prosecuted under Section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act if he has not drawn the check, even in case of joint liability. In the case of Alka Khandu versus Amar Shyamprasad Mishra, the court has said that a person might have been jointly liable to pay the debt, but if such a person has not signed a check or does not hold the bank account, then he cannot be held liable under Section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act. The court further said that even if the joint liability arises, in that case also the person must be maintaining that account jointly and he must be a signatory to the check for him to be liable under 138 NIA. In third important news, the Supreme Court has held that if proprietor is a foreign resident, then sole proprietorship will fall under international commercial arbitration. In the case of Amway India versus Ravendranath Rao, the court has held that a sole proprietorship will fall under international commercial arbitration if the proprietor is a habitual resident of a foreign country, notwithstanding the fact that the proprietary concern is carrying out business in India. While holding this, the Supreme Court set aside an order of the Delhi High Court appointing an arbitrator in the present case. The court said that Delhi High Court had no jurisdiction as the dispute was an international commercial arbitration within the meaning of Section 2(1)(f) of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act. In fourth important news, the Supreme Court has held that High Court cannot pass blanket order of protection from arrest while dismissing a petition under Section 482 of CRPC. In the case of Ravuri Krishna Murthy versus State of Telangana, the court has said that while dismissing a petition filed under Section 482 CRPC seeking quashing of FIR, a blanket order of protection from arrest cannot be passed by the High Court. The court has said that if a person wants to seek any remedy, then they have the option of seeking anticipatory bail under 438 or applying for a regular bail under Section 439. A blanket protection will dislocate the investigation and cause a serious obstruction in the enforcement of criminal justice. In fifth important news, the Supreme Court has held that state election commissioners must be independent persons. In the case of State of Goa versus Fawzia Imtiaz Sheikh, the court has held that a government officer serving the central or the state government cannot be appointed as a state election commissioner. The court has also issued directions under Article 142 of the Constitution of India to direct that all states and union territories shall ensure that it has an independent state election commissioner as mandated under Article 243(4) of the Constitution. With this, we have come to the end of our video. If you like our content, please like, share and subscribe to our channel.